Greetings, guys, gals, non-binary pals, and welcome back to another video. As established a few times now, boy moms are something else. They are a different breed, and they need to be stopped. I have made a few videos about boy moms at this point, and they continue to perform well, and I continue to enjoy making them. So I'm back again today with another one because there is no shortage of boy moms existing problematically out in the world, publicly showing it off. And I come across it just on the daily. Something has happened to my Instagram reels. I don't use reels very often, but I'll be on Instagram and I'll click on a video, it'll take me to reels, I'll stay there, whatever. Something has happened to them and I'm getting stuff that I shouldn't be getting. I've been getting a lot of worship reels, Christian reels, and then also some straight people doing shit reels, and then a few boy mom reels. And I don't know how I got here, but it is providing me with content. And so today I thought I would take advantage of that. But before we do, I would like to say a massive thank you to today's patron of the day, Morgan. I appreciate you and your support so much. Thank you so much for joining. I hope that you enjoyed this video. And if anyone else would like to become a patron, go to patreon.com/savvycat or click the top link in the description. So we will start this off with the TikTok that inspired me to make another Toxic Boy Moms video. And it is a re-upload of this woman who has 2 million followers talking about her son on school picture day. She's just sitting in her car, and this is the TikTok.
My boy moms feel me on this, but my son has my heart and my soul. I obviously am obsessed with Stevie Lee. She is just the greatest little girl in the world. But my whole life, I always wanted to be a boy mom. And I remember when I found out I was pregnant with him, and I was just ecstatic because I was such a tomboy growing up. Anyways, the whole point of me making this video is I had to share his preschool photo with you because when I tell you I opened up this email and I just hysterically cried. He is just everything.
And then the rest of the video is her just showing his school photos and talking about how cute he looks. And I am just baffled by this because of how unnecessary it is. The favoritism she showed here is just so unnecessary. And I think that's what made it blow up. This TikTok was everywhere. There are so many stitches of it, and she deleted the original, obviously. That's why it's a re-upload. Because what was the point? You know? Starting with my boy moms will feel me on this. I love my son. I was so excited when I found out I was having a son. He is everything to me. Obviously I love my daughter, but my son. You could have just, I don't know, shown the photos and talked about how cute he was. You could have just talked about how much you love your son without bringing your daughter into it. There was no need for you to show this favoritism. It served no purpose at all. You can actually, in fact, talk about how much you love your son without dragging your daughter down. You didn't have, that's unnecessary. That's what I don't understand about so many people and about these toxic boy moms is that people seem to think that to prove you love something, you have to compare it to how much you love something else. And that's just not even true. You shouldn't have a favorite child. You don't have to bring your other child into this. You shouldn't love one more or compare them at all in any context. Just sit down and be I love my son so much. Look how cute he is. That's all you had to do. It's so sad. And one day your daughter can see this TikTok, right? You have 2 million followers, and I'm presuming that does this favoritism come out in your parenting? Does your daughter know she is second to your son? Are you aware of how much favoritism you're showing in this video? How much does this favoritism leak into your life? Your daughter deserves to have the equal amount of love and attention and respect. Was it her school picture day too? Does she not get a TikTok dedicated to her because you're just so obsessed with how cute your son is that she gets put on the back burner? I have questions and I'm afraid of the answer. There's also this whole theme of boy moms that really confuse me. And this might go for girl moms as well. I don't know. I'm not looking at girl moms, but they caption their TikToks things raising boys is greater than signs, you know. Raising boys, the best. This is why I love raising boys. And this one captioned, reason 15,779 as to why being a boy mom is the best. And it's just her having like a sweet moment with her like baby where they're like smiling and giggling and like making kissy sounds. And like there's nothing inherently wrong with this TikTok, right? There's nothing wrong with it. It's a cute moment. You're allowed to share that and capture that and be happy about that. But I truly do not understand the necessity to gender it. Like, what do you mean reason 15,779 as to why being a boy mom specifically is the best? Shouldn't this just be why being a mom is the best? Like, girls do this too, you realize, right? Like, this is not a boy specific thing. This is not a son specific thing. You have these special moments with your child regardless of their gender. And I don't know if this should bother me as much as it does, but I just do not get it. I don't understand. And there's so many of these. You see so many TikToks of moms just having cute moments with their sons, or like their son being like, I love you, and then being like, this is why I love raising boys. It's like, raising girls is the same though, and they still have these moments with you. If they are not giving you this love, then you are not giving them that love. They reciprocate it. If you have a son and a daughter and they're like the same age and your son is showing you much more affection, that's probably because you're giving him more affection. And that is a reflection of your own biases in your children. And that's on you. That's on you to fix. And then naturally, we have the fun emotional incest that always exists within these relationships. There is this screenshot of a reel. It says, POV when my teenage boys get a girlfriend and she is dancing with her 2 teenage sons, and the caption says, please tell me this isn't true. Mama bros, they will love me forever, right? I'll always be their first girlfriend, right? I'm not ready for her. Real talk, ladies, they aren't dating till 30. So I just like find it so odd, like so beyond odd, calling your son like your boyfriend, like calling yourself your son's girlfriend is just really, really strange. Like, you realize how weird that is, right? How are you not embarrassed? How are you not realizing how strange it is to call yourself your son's girlfriend? What do you mean? What are you doing? Surely you understand how unhealthy that is. It's really, really weird to put yourself in the position of being like a partner to your child. Like, girlfriend is like romantic connotations. Like, that's what it holds. Why would you want to refer to yourself as your son's girlfriend? You can refer to yourself as your son's friend, sure. You can be his mother, you can be his friend, but his girlfriend? Why is that a word you want to use in this situation? It makes me really uncomfortable. And I don't know why it doesn't make you uncomfortable. I'm sure that once your son is a little bit older, it would also make him a bit uncomfortable. Like, forcing that on them and being like, I'm your girlfriend, I'm your first love, you aren't allowed to date till you're 30. Like, you're gonna lose him because you are a little bit much. You're a little bit overbearing and creepy. It's fucking weird. It's weird. It's weird. Stop it. Oh my God. What is wrong with you? And this is so common. I do not get it. I truly, truly do not understand how you are putting yourself in this position to refer to yourself like this and to act like this and to think like this. And it goes so far. This one was weird in the sense that like I found this on Reddit as screenshots. But then I opened Instagram later that day and I got the reel because my Instagram reels are completely fucked somehow. Don't know what happened. But yeah, I saved the screenshots from Reddit and then later on I screenshot it from my own personal Instagram because for some reason it was recommended to me. It's a mother and a son and they're like doing the like punching thing. It's like punch, you know, they're like punching each other and each time they punch it says like a different thing. She says, son, let's go on a date. He says, no way, Jose. Why? We've been dating since you were 1. Because people think you're my girlfriend now. Vomit emoji. Sucks for you, bro. We are dating. Anyways, I fought for these dates. No. No. Why? Why? I just, like, no one should think you're your son's girlfriend. How is that a source of pride for you? I do not understand how in any way, shape, or form that is something you feel proud of. You want people to look at you and your son and have them assume that you're dating? Not only that, you say you are dating. What? Why? What? I'm sorry. Did I hear you correctly? Did I hear that? Did I understand that? I think that we need to clarify here real quick that going on dates and dating are two different things. You can have dates with your son. I know that people just call like going out for food or whatever. It's like, it's a date, you know, like it doesn't necessarily have romantic connotations. You can have platonic dates. You can have familial dates. Like that's fine. That's whatever. But that's not dating. That is like having dates. You know, you have date night, family date night, like fine. But dating is a very separate thing. And you know that. You know that that's a separate thing. You can say, I go on dates with my son. You do not say, I'm dating my son. What is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm dating my son. Everyone thinks we're dating. Everyone thinks I'm his girlfriend. It's great. He has to suck it up. There is not a single healthy thing about this entire TikTok or conversation, and it's concerning. It's so concerning because it is like if you were referring to yourself as your son's girlfriend, and you're teaching him like that's what a relationship is, but you're this overbearing, and like I imagine you also like do everything for him, right? Like you do all the chores, you cook for him, you clean for him, whatever. And then you're referring to this as like what a relationship is. And it's like, you shouldn't accept any less from this from a partner when you're 30 and allowed to date. You know, it's like, it's setting people up. It's like giving him the idea of like to look for in a relationship is like replacing you. And that is why so many men have relationships where they do just expect their wives to be mothers. Because you learn about love through your parents. That is just what you do. Unfortunately, a lot of what we learn about love is through our parents. And a lot of us unlearn that. We like learn and unlearn and relearn what love means. But like, why would you do that if you could like get married and just have someone be a mother to you and look after you and do things for you? Like that's the easiest way to go, right? People always say men want to marry mothers. And it is true a lot of the time. And mothers, like, there's a part of the reason why. Not healthy, not good. You should want a relationship with an equal, not with someone to replace your mother. Why? They're like, I only want you to date someone who is as good as me. Like, it stresses me out. It worries me. It worries me greatly. Here is when your son gets engaged. And he is dancing to Taylor Swift's Enchanted. And in the middle of it, his mom comes and rips them away and grips onto her son and is like yelling at him, but it's like the song is like, please don't be in love with someone else. You know? Nice and normal. Nice and normal. Your son gets engaged, you pull his fiance away from him and then beg him to not be in love with someone else because he's only allowed to be in love with you. And I know it's a joke. But like, jokes are usually based a little bit in reality. And like, this is not a joke I would ever make. And it's not a joke I know any mother who is healthy would ever make. You should not be having these thoughts even as a joke. What? Stop it. Stop it. Your son should not be in love with you. Like, don't use romantic songs when talking about your child. Ever. Please. Stop it. Stop it. There are some love songs that don't have to explicitly be romantic, and I'll give it to you. But this song is not one of them. This song is not made for a mother and a child. This song is not made for family relationships and dynamics. Please never do it ever again. Stop it. This is when the boys get their first girlfriend, and it is a mother holding her two, like, babies. Like, they're twins. I would say they're under 1. I don't know how to tell the age of kids, but I think they're under 1. She's holding both of them in her arms. And the audio is a song that just goes, bitches come and go, but you'll know I'll stay. And this is used a lot on Boy Mom TikTok. This is a really popular sound that mothers sing to their, like, infant children and like kids who are under 6. And that's the other thing I find really fucking weird about this. Like, you're holding 2 babies and being like, when they get their first girlfriend, bitches come and go, but you know I'll stay. Like, that's a weird thing to say to your child at any age, but to a baby? Like, why are you thinking about that now? Firstly, why are you looking at your baby, like your newborn fucking child, being like, one day in the future, you're gonna get a girlfriend and she's gonna break your heart, but I'm gonna be here for you. I am better than all of them. And like, why are you thinking about that already? Why are you looking at your baby and like rushing their life? Just enjoy them for right now. Just love your baby as a baby. Get to the girlfriend thing or the boyfriend thing, the partner thing, when you get there. Don't do it now, okay? And even when they're older, don't be saying that either. You can say that, like, you know, through heartbreak, no matter what, know that I'll always be here. I'll always love you no matter what. That's an important thing to say. But 1, don't refer to women as bitches. Don't do that. Especially when, like, the only reason you're calling them, like, a bitch and being just misogynistic about it is because she's dating your son and that's it, and you just decide you hate her and she deserves to be insulted. Give your kids' partners a chance. Let your kids be happy. And like, don't rush their lives. Stop looking at your babies and like imagining them as adults. It's really odd and like so unnecessary. Just enjoy them as kids. It's like this other one of, this is another Instagram reel and it's just a baby. And the caption says, my sweet boy, to think in 17 years he'll call me a bitch for not letting his little girlfriend spend the night. Like, this is a newborn child. Why are you thinking that right now? What is going on? Why is that what is going through your head? Just enjoy them being a baby. Don't make up imaginary scenarios for the future, especially when those imaginary scenarios are just you being jealous about other women existing in your child's life. Like, that's fucking weird. Stop it. Don't be threatened by your child's girlfriend. Your child's romantic partner should not threaten you because you are not the same. You should never be the same. The way your child feels about you should never be the same as how he feels about a romantic partner. If the way he loves you and the way he loves his romantic partner are equal, something went wrong. And it was likely your fault for making him think that he should love a partner like he loves his mother. Like, you're fucking him up if you're doing that. If that's what you're enforcing, like, there should be no competition because the type of love should be very different. Should not be the same. You should not feel like you're competing with his romantic partner because you are not his romantic partner. You are his mother. And also, not letting your kids partner stay over when they're 17 is beyond me. I don't get that at all. Just like, let them spend the night. Otherwise they're just gonna sneak out and then you won't know where they are. Like, it's safer. Let them sleep under your roof. Like, that's irrelevant to the TikTok. I know I'm saying don't think ahead, but in general, it's just a dumb rule, in my opinion. It's a really stupid rule. Get over it. As long as they're safe, right? Isn't that better? This is one where it says, when my sons have their first girlfriend. And it is the girlfriend knocking on the door, and the mom answers the door, and the song that is playing is The Boy Is Mine. So, I'm sorry that you seem to be confused. He belongs to me. The boy is mine. You're not in competition. It's not a competition. It's not a competition. Oh my God. Keeping your son to yourself and away from romantic partners is like actually insane, you know? Like, you should want your son to be happy. You should want your kids to be happy, and you should want your kids to have happy and healthy relationships. I am terrified by the fact that you think your son belongs to you, and that you have dictatorship over who he allows in his life, and that you feel threatened by a girlfriend to the point where you're like, I love him, so you're not allowed to. It's not the same. I really fucking hope that it's not the same. And this is another popular song on Boy Mom TikTok. There's a lot of them that are them singing this song at like their future daughter-in-law, at their son's future girlfriends. And it's like, you guys need to like go to therapy, actually, is what you need to do. You need to go to therapy and you need to get over this. Yeah, I think that like your romantic life should be filled by your partner. A lot of these mothers are not single mothers. A lot of them are in heterosexual relationships. And I think that like, if you need your romantic needs met, please get them from your partner and not your fucking child. Please. Please. If you are not receiving enough affection from your husband, go talk about that and sort that out. Don't then take your romantic desires and place them upon your son, because you have to realize how fucked up that is. Please, for the love of God, stop it. Stop. Moving past the fun, emotional incest segment we just had, I found this sound, and I'm just really taken aback by it. And this TikTok specifically is just a mom holding their like infant son, and it goes,
a mother is a son's first true love. A son, especially that first son, is a mother's last.
And I'm sorry. Okay, so a mother is a son's first love. Okay, sure, I'll give that to you. Fair enough. I'm rip father, if there is a father around. Sorry, bro. But then the other one, a son is a mother's last, especially a first son. Like, fuck all their other kids, right? Like, what do you mean especially their first son? So does that mean if they have like a son and then like 4 other sons, she doesn't love any of them? None of them fucking matter. Her first son, that was her last love. Fuck all the other kids she has. She has a daughter, fuck them. She has another son, who cares? This first son that she had is the last person she will ever love. Like, that's what? I get having a kid and being like, I can never love anyone as deeply as I love this child. Fair enough. I'll give it to you. You can absolutely have that opinion. But then saying that's exclusive to your first son, I think changed the audio, changed the sound, rethink it, start again, because that's not it. Like, at all. And I'm gonna finish off with one final one. And this seems to be the sort of new trend on Boy Mom TikTok. I've only saved one because they're all pretty much exactly the same. But it's just, Dear Future Daughter-in-Law. It starts off with a mother with her 2 sons just out. And then it goes, I got you. And it's her getting her sons to help her clean up. Like, do the laundry, make breakfast, wash the showers, do the vacuuming, put their clothes away, cook. And it ends with her son like buying her flowers. So it's like just being like, Dear Future Daughter-in-Law, I got you. I'm teaching my son how to have basic life skills. You're welcome. And I just find it so... It just rubs me the wrong way, because like, this is bare minimum. It's bare fucking minimum. And I hate that doing this is something that gets you like brownie points. I hate that doing this is people being like, oh my God, they're going to be such good husbands. They're just going to be functioning members of society. They're just going to be offering bare minimum to their partner. You know, like, it just says the assumption is that your wife is going to do everything for you and you're expected. And it's like, oh my God, I found a man who knows how to cook and clean. And that's bothersome. You would never, ever see anyone post this of their daughter. You're not going to see someone be like, Dear Future Son-in-Law, I got you. And it's their daughter like doing housework, because that's just implied that these girls are going to know how to do that and look after her husband. And it pisses me off that you're just teaching your son basic life skills that everyone should know and being like, I am being a great mother because I am raising my son to look after his future wife. Not even look after himself. Like, this shouldn't even be, dear future daughter-in-law, I got you. This should just be, hey, now my son is going to be equipped to look after himself and be independent. And it bothers me. And there's so many of these as well. And it's just because they get so many likes. Because people are just like, oh, this is such good parenting. Oh, I love that they know how to cook and clean. They're going to be such good adults. They're going to be such good husbands. Firstly, stop talking about these young children as people who are in their future relationships. Think about them as children right now. And sure, maybe the adults they're going to grow up to be. But don't think of them in relation to another person. Don't think about their relationships and like their future wife when they're this age. Just think about what is going to help them be the best person they can and the most fully equipped they can be going into life. Teach your kids basic life skills because they need basic life skills. Teach it to them for them. Teach them to be respectful and to be loving and to be helpful and to be selfless and kind. Don't do these things fully with the intention of just being married at the end of the road. That's not the end goal to life. Don't teach them things just so they can get married, you know? This has been Toxic Boy Moms Part 4. I'll most likely be back again for more. If you see any toxic boy moms out in the wild, please send them to me on Instagram, the Queer Kiwi. I don't go through my DMs very often. I don't reply very often because I get a bit overwhelmed, but I do go through them every now and then. So if you see any toxic boy moms, send them through. I'll save them. They'll build up. Maybe I'll do another one day. Other than that, I hope that you did enjoy this video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'm here twice a week and I would love to see you again. A massive thank you to my Sprout and Above patrons whose names are up on the screen right now. I appreciate you greatly. And a huge thank you to my Kiwi Cat patrons: Bobby, Josh, Mandy, Ikazel, Jessica, Eldo, Danielle, Raven, Elias, Chris, Samuel, and Knitting Menace. I love and appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for joining. If anyone else would like to become a patron, go to patreon.com/savvycat. Click the top link in the description. For as little as £1 a month, you get my videos a day early, as well as podcasts a week early when we do podcasts again, which I promise that we will eventually. And then for £3 and up, you get things such as bonus mini podcasts, live streams, vlogs, and more. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, the Queer Kiwi, and Twitter, that Queer Kiwi. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe. Keep fighting. I love you. Mwah. When you close your eyes.